everybody, this is Alchemist 2, and I'm back again with another movie review. I just recently got to watch one of the best classical movies of all time, and that movie is The African Queen. And of course, I wanted to see this while Mom and Dad were still alive, but unfortunately I never got the chance. But they had always spoken of it so wistfully and just with great respect and adoration, and now I can see why, because it's another one of Humphrey and Hepburn's tremendous pairings in modern film. It was actually filmed in Africa too, believe it or not, but the whole plot, it concerns a missionary woman named Rosie, who she is a Methodist missionary with her brother, and she lives a very simple life. Things start to transform for her, and the actual title of the movie itself, it's about a boat that the Germans want to have control over, and it's in this community, and they're taking the natives out of it to transform them into soldiers. And it said 1942. I don't know if it's a true story, if that actually, I bet it did during the war, but it's I don't know if it was just the Germans themselves, or if Holland got in on it. Maybe Holland did, because they mentioned the Dutch, but they don't really mention the Dutch that much. It's just mostly the Germans, because most of the time when war films were being made, or films that alluded to the Second World War, it's always the Germans that are the bad guys. Yeah, and rightfully so, no offense, but we're allies now, so it doesn't really matter. But it's just an interesting reflection on the time, and it's a metaphor, that African Queen is, because what begins as a friendship, she's at the tiller, at the rudder basically, and he's a machinist, and he works at the engine of the African Queen, and she's shaken out of her comfort zone and brought into a different life. And yeah, the river represents just the course of life itself and the unpredictability of it. It's all allegory and all metaphor. But I thought, wow, did anybody really realize this? This movie is so transcendent, but it's tremendously good. And just their relationship, I think that is how relationships actually are, even though there might be a quarrel here and there. For the most part, relationship is about give and take, and the two halves have to work together in order for it to actually function. And the movie itself has a happy ending. I don't like it so much as Casablanca. Casablanca is Humphrey's best, as far as I'm concerned. African Queen is up there too. It's very good. It's a gem. 5 stars, 2 thumbs. I really loved it, and the fact that it's filmed in Africa makes it all the better. And just to see Humphrey making hippo noises is very enjoyable and hysterical, and to hear Catherine snorting, laughing so hard. I thought, oh, it's so cute. And I thought, I didn't know she snorkeled when she laughed. That's just adorable. It's so endearing. I wonder if she knew that, but she's just a consummate actress, and just to see her, and I thought she was good. She was tremendous. You've got actresses like Sarah Bernhardt and other really classy roles, Elizabeth Taylor, Marilyn Monroe, what are the others I can name off the top? I mean, very distinguished ladies that I may name off the top of my head. I don't know, there are just so many of them, but, yeah. I guess Katharine Hepburn, like I said, Audrey Hepburn, Katharine Hepburn especially, and you should probably remember Katharine in Breakfast at Tiffany's. It's another really classic, classic. Love that movie, and I'm a big fan of what's known as the golden era of Hollywood, and you know, I hate to sound kind of like an old fogey sometimes, but I wish movies were more like that. Hail Caesar was the closest thing. There are some other ones that have been like that, like Finest Hours, and I'm feeling that Sully's going to be that way, even though it's more modern story. But I don't know what it is. I like harrowing tales like that. It looks to be really extraordinary, and I'm looking forward to see it. It's actually coming out right after Oktoberfest officially starts, so yeah, I'm not going to Oktoberfest, unfortunately. I tried to get tickets, and I thought, you know what, it's probably not a good idea because I don't have anybody go with me, and I don't drink, so yeah, surprise. But speaking of which, that's another metaphor in the film, the djinn. And he becomes temperate. It's interesting because, you know, they're like oil and water. You know, they're kind of they're opposites, but they're compatible. It's, yeah, very intriguing, and it's just a fascinating study and composite of relationships in and of themselves. Just what the ideal relationship should be, I think, in my opinion, and just, you know, how they stick together no matter what, and then even though they're in a dire situation, they fear for their lives at the end when they do come across the Lusitania. That's the ship that they've been wanting to ram the entire time, and excuse me, but it's just really a beautiful film, especially just the cinematography in and of itself. Even though it's got age on it, it's absolutely just breathtaking, and just, you're completely mesmerized. I gotta go to Africa. I mean, I know I'm going to be writing a script about Africa called Savage Queen. It's not based on African Queen. It's a story that it meshes Tarzan and Jungle Book together, but it's different. I really wasn't inspired by African Queen, but now that I have more imagery to go on, I can definitely write the script with far more simplicity, and it'll be facilitus. Hopefully, it'll be facilitus for me. I really don't know what else to say. I want to do an update really quick. This week, I'm going to be super busy. I don't know if I'm going to be really working on a lot of different projects or not, but I'm going to start with painting my kitchen. It's going to be a light pastel yellow. It's not going to be canary. Canary yellow is going to be too bold and gauche. No offense, but it just, I love yellow, don't get me wrong, but I don't want it to be to the point where people come into my kitchen and go, you know, it's like, this will never have curb appeal. You'll never sell this piece of crap. Are you kidding me? No, I know how this. I've actually observed the process of refinancing and selling home. So I mean, I'm not a professional, but I know what people look for. If you have an eye, like an artist has an eye, then you realize that, you know, this house isn't always going to be yours, but sometime in the future it'll belong to somebody else. But I'm going to live here for a while. I just have to redo my kitchen, and that's where I'll start. And my bedroom is going to be the room across from Dad's room. Of course, that room's going to get a queen-size bed. I'm going to get rid of his medical bed. I don't know who's going to use it, but someone can use it. It was lightly used, and I know people don't like the idea of someone else having slept in their bed, but if it's a good bed and the mattress hasn't been used for 8 years and that one hasn't, it's like 2 years or something. I don't even remember. It's, like I said, it's barely been slept in, and somebody can use it to the best of their ability. And I called the local senior living center, and of course it's a 3-day weekend, so who's going to be there? Nobody's going to be there. Oh well. They'll call me back, and the VA will call me back and say, okay, we'll cancel your father's appointments. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy, but yeah. Other than that, I'm hoping that my league ends fairly soon, because I don't mind bowling. Bowling's been enjoyable for me, but there's nobody I can talk to, and I'm thinking, yeah, I like these women, but I just don't feel any connection with them, so hopefully I can get involved with the YMCA, because I'm starting to go stir crazy. I need to hang around with people more my age, and it's hard. I don't know why it's hard. I mean, all I want are some friends in my life, and a positive influence. I want to be a motivator for these people too. It's just, I'm a fun person. I'm not boring. I don't drink, okay? I know a lot of people are like, you don't need to have alcohol and have a good time, okay? There's some people that believe that alcohol is the only good time you can have. No. I don't drink. I can tell you for a fact that you don't need to be inebriated, but okay, that's just my opinion. Take it or leave it. Everybody has opinions, but yeah. I gotta keep going outside my comfort zone. It's just it's been kind of difficult, but I'm gonna get there. I know I will get there. I have so much hope for myself. I actually have some names that I've written down, and I'm going to contact these people and hope they like what I have to show them and my work. I don't know what else to say. All I know is I have a really good feeling about what's going to come for me. Don't know when, don't know how. I'm a feather on the wind, and wherever the thermals blow, that's where I go. But that's pretty much my life right now. The only other thing is a little bit of confession is, I've been going to work to basically distract myself. I know that sounds kind of dumb, but yeah, this is truth. I'm going to work to just block out everything else and focus on that and not think so much about what's happened, and hopefully I won't be reminded like I was today, and I started crying because today's the day after my parents. It probably would have been 35 years at least, because they were married in 45. Excuse me, they were married in 78, pardon me. So yeah, I did a little bit of a calculation online because my math skills aren't that great, but they said 35 years. I don't know if that's right or not. This doesn't seem right. They did have their silver anniversary, so maybe that is accurate. I don't know. Somebody that's really good at numbers, please help me. But like I said, it's just it's been me just trying to avoid crying. And not giving into those emotions, because I just don't like feeling sad, but I know it's part of it. And someone actually asked me about the holidays. I thought, why are you asking me about the holidays? Please don't ask me about the holidays ever again. I mean, I wanted to say that, please don't ever ask me about the holidays ever again, but ever since Mom passed, Dad and I really haven't given any either each other. We haven't really exchanged gifts or anything like that. We just don't. We do it like Jews do, basically. I know it's a bad joke, but we do. I mean, we come from a surname anyway, so yeah, it's why not? But it's actually very appropriate considering that the genealogy that I have, and it's what we do. But we give to other people if we can. We've given to Heifer. I doubt very seriously I'm gonna do that this year, because I gotta watch my budget. But anyway, I'm gonna be as positive as I can about upcoming holidays. But yeah, I'm gonna temper it with good vibes, and if tears come, then tears will come. That's just part of it. But other than that, my tenant's gonna have to retake his driver's test, and I think he's gonna do well, because he's well on his way. But I'm working on making sure that he's able to be independent, I should say. And I don't know what else to say. So that was about all my confession for today. But truth will set you free, I guess. And you're my well, I keep saying my alchemist. You're my magicians. Yeah, that's the word I'm going to call you. That's the word I came up with. Why don't I just stick with it? I'm sorry, I'm tired, but you, my magicians, you're the reason why I do these videos. And I'm grateful you listen to me, even though sometimes I ramble, but yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Live long, prosper. Ciao, Tootsie.